Popping, everybody, and welcome. Thank you for joining me on the TD Talk TV podcast. How y'all doing out there? Let's get right into it, straight off the bat. I want to talk about the drive-by shooting that took place in Washington, D.C. at Stewart's funeral home the other day. Since when does DC start doing drive-by shootings at funeral homes? We do drive-by shootings occasionally. Since when at funeral homes? Maybe I'm wrong, but I never heard of us shooting at funeral homes in DC. Maybe I didn't get the memo, but I've never heard anything like that. I'm trying to wrap my fingers around what's going on out here. You know, is everyone desensitized to accepting stuff like this? You know, it always troubles me to see and hear stuff like this, and I don't see no outrage. And there's going to be some retaliation for the people who've done that. That little community that do those sorts of things, it's going to be some retaliation. But does that make it right? I'm older now, so I can speak like this. A young-minded person don't see the logic in what I'm saying. You know, maybe when they get older, they'll see. It's like I see now that it's a different and a better way. And that's not even cool, shooting up your own kind. You know, like I always say in my videos, man, a lot of people just live their daily, normal lives. You know, but it's always, and I know people don't want to hear this, but it's always an outrage when somebody else, not of African American origin, who commits a crime against us. We stand up in solidarity. We salute. We unite. It's all this hibbity hoopla. Let's ride. Let's tear down this. Let's tear down that. But like when I always say, on Pookie and them, Ray, those the famous ghetto names. Lonnie, Bink, Stink, Mike, when all them niggas shoot up some shit, nothing happens. This motherfucker still going to the club later on that night. Ride what? Ride who? We gonna ride. We gonna do what? We ain't doing shit. That's Ray and them problem. I ain't worrying about that shit. But as soon as Mr. Policeman or George Zimmerman or the white guys that killed Ahmaud Arbery, oh man, it's hell to pay. We unite. We like the super friends out this motherfucker. You know, I mean, it's just sad, man, as a race, man. I know y'all don't want to hear it, but fuck it, I'm going to say it anyway. It's just sad. We sad, man. We sad. It's just this point blank, plain and simple. We sad as fuck as a race, man. I said it. It's the truth. Yeah, we got some good accomplishments. We got some great accomplishments within our race. I'm proud to be a black person. Come back again, I'll be a black person all over again. But we have to make some strides and we have to make some changes as a people. We're great, man. We're great people to be. It's even though it's a small portion of those, but it trickles down to the suburbs, and those kids want to act like us. Kids over in Africa, they want to act like us. They doing drill music over there in Nigeria. You don't believe me? Look it up. Look on YouTube and type in Nigerian trap music. This shit is spreading like wildfires, man. You know, people my generation, you know, we try to talk to the youngest, they don't want to listen. I know I try. I try to talk to the youngest. and you have some intelligent guys that's out there in the street that I talk to, because I drive the Metro bus, and when I used to be at Anacostia a lot, I talked to a lot of those guys because they was inquiring about jobs at Metro, and I told them, gotta have a clean record, and that's how the conversations will pop off. Or we could just kicking it, and I would talk to those guys, or I'll talk to, guys in general, and I may talk to them at the barbershop, whatever the case may be. But out of that bunch is a small group of them that's logical when it comes to thinking. They think like-minded, like a person that has a mature mind, like an older person, So you get that from some of them, not a lot, but some. Yeah, so I have no talking points. I'm just diving straight into it, just talking straight from the heart. It's genuine, it's authentic. It's nothing made up, nothing scripted, just something that just happened to be on my mind. And I'm just sharing my thoughts on my podcast. Something has to change, y'all. We have to, we call ourselves the woke community. But how you gonna be the woke community if you're allowing this to happen without being a woke community? A woke community won't allow stuff like this to happen without repercussions. That's what woke community does. A woke community be an activist in their community. A woke community will be giving back to the community. Will be policing the community. That's what a woke community is. A woke community is going to teach you about your past, your ancestors, where you're going, where you come from, where you're going. That's what a woke community is. A woke community is all about protecting each other, looking out for one another, strengthening each other, bigging each other up. That's what a woke community is. Does that sound like we are a woke community? I mean, I'm just asking. But we pride ourselves on being a woke community. I just want to know, do y'all know what woke community means? Woke community? Us? Black folks? Nah, we ain't a woke community. We want to give ourselves these titles, kings and queens and all this old stuff. Kings, queens. Okay. We known for giving ourselves titles all the time. For the life of me. I don't know why we give ourselves titles, but we love to give ourselves titles. We're the only people on this planet Earth that self-title oneself. But we're hypocrites because we don't act like kings or queens. People, I hear them all the time. What's up, king? My king. King. Do you even know what the definition of king is? Hey, my queen. Do you know what a definition of queen is? How you gonna call yourself something when you don't partake in the title? You don't act like the title. It's funny to me. You know what I'm saying? That's totally laughable to me. And you think if I'm laughing and I'm black and I'm laughing, and like I always say, ain't no coon in me. What do you think that everybody else is doing? Not to try to say like we got to please anybody else. Nah, we ain't got to please nobody. But we have to do better as a people. That was uncalled for. I don't even know the reasons of what happened. That's street politics. I'm not in the streets. That's street politics. I have nothing to do with that. Was it right? Nah. Could have resolved it could it have been resolved in a different way? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. You want to kill your brother that bad. You had the results of his family grieving. Think about, let's take a time out from being a gangster real quick. man mother grieving, man. That man father grieving. That man kids at the funeral. So your heart is that cold to kill and make sure your other enemies is dead because they're attending the funeral. You want to catch them right there. You know they ain't strapped. They there to pay homage, pay their respects to their fallen brother. And the first thing you want to do is take out the opportunity to shoot up the rest of the enemies and finish them all too, and make more mothers grieve, make more kids without a father. I can't, man. I can't. I don't know what world we live in. And at some point, you gotta have morals. You gotta have a heart. They say black people are the most forgiving people. But why are we not forgiving amongst ourselves? We forgive every other race. We forgive, and no shade against nobody else, no other race. We forgive Hispanics. We forgive Caucasians. We forgive Asians. We forgive Arabics. We forgive Indian people. Any other race of people on this earth, we forgive, but we cannot forgive ourselves, and for the life of me. How is that so? How is that possible? We really do hate one another. The question that I want to know is, why? Why? That's what I want to know. Why? Why do we hate each other so much and love everybody else? I don't get it. Look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself the same thing I just asked. Look yourself in the mirror. I don't hear that crabs in the barrel bullshit. It's something more deeper than that. I can't put my finger on it though. Where's the love? That's all I got for y'all today, man. That's all I got. Peace out. Thank you for watching. Arbor DG. TD Talk Podcast.